Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris Holman, and we're going to run down to Troy, Michigan. As a matter of fact, that's one of those places that's kind of the boiling pot for business certainly in Southeast Michigan, but Michigan in general. We're going to spend a little time right now with Tom Kelly, good friend and president and CEO of Automation Alley. And Tom, it is always good to spend time with you. And thank you for allocating a little time because I know how busy you guys always are.
Anything for you, Chris. I always love to see you. I always love to chat with you. We have such a good time together that let's, figure out, we got to figure out a way to really get some gossip going, right? Together, you and I, because that would be
I'm always looking for dirt, Tom. So
yeah, right,
anytime.
Right.
All right.
Oh, man.
Well, listen, you guys are always busy and you had a lot of things happen in 2022. Let's go over those.
My God, 2022 was almost a watershed year for Automation Alley, Chris. We announced in May with the governor did the announcing that we stood up the U.S. Center for Advanced Manufacturing in partnership with the World Economic Forum. It's the only center in North America. Actually, at this point, it's the only center in the world. Their intention is to eventually have a center in Europe and a center in China and a center in the United States. For us, as Automation Alley, to be able to partner with an organization at such scale, I think demonstrates just how hard we've worked as a community over the last 6 years since Automation Alley went down this path of Industry 4.0. We started with about 300 manufacturing members out of a pool of 700 when I came in 2016. Do you know we have over 1,500 manufacturing members today in 5 years? And the World Economic Forum noticed and said, man, you guys know what you're doing. Can you partner with us? I mean, they literally asked us. And that's a testament to just how damn good our community is in Michigan when it comes to manufacturing and understanding advanced manufacturing. So we got to keep pushing the ball on that. But 22 really validated everything that we believed was possible for this community if we just gave them the opportunity to shine, right? There's a lot of work left to do, but that was probably the pinnacle. We also have Project Diamond, which is continuing to sort of set the bar for 3D printing. And for those in your audience that don't know, Project Diamond is Distributed Independent Agile Manufacturing on Demand. That's the Diamond. And that is really, we're giving 3D printers to 300 small manufacturers in mostly Oakland and some Macomb County, and stitching them all together so that you can make things at scale with 300 small manufacturers. So what it does is it eliminates the capital constraint for manufacturing. You don't have to buy very, very expensive equipment. You have your printer, 299 of your friends all have printers, and we're all able to band together to do really important work in the 3D printing space. So you take what we're doing on one side with the very largest corporations in the world related to manufacturing, and you marry it with what we're doing with the very smallest manufacturers in Michigan. And we think we're onto the holy grail of what the future of information looks like, manufacturing. It's just going to be, I'm excited, right?
Yeah.
This is really, really extraordinary.
I know you're excited all the time, as a matter of fact. But I would say that international connection does not come by accident because, you talk to anybody in the state of Michigan and you say, do you know Tom Kelly and the work they're doing down? And they go, oh, yeah, 4.0.
Wow.
A lot of people think that's your last name.
Wow. And I've only been able to pay about 1,000 of them. So I don't know who you're talking to, but it's really good that this investment I'm making is paying off. No, they're very kind to say that. And I know we've worked very hard to help people understand that we're here to help. We're a nonprofit. This isn't an organization with an agenda other than to help you succeed. Yeah. Right. And so we're trying to partner with the forum because that brings such a wealth of knowledge of what's happening in China, what's happening in Europe, what's happening in communities where even if I'm I'm still competing every single day with those organizations around the world. So we try and bring that clarity. And that's really, in 2022, we did Integrate, first time live in 3 years since COVID. And we had over 750 attendees. This year coming up is going to be Integrate 2023. We're targeting over 1,000 participants, almost all of them related to manufacturing. Of course, I know you guys will be there, which is going to be fabulous. And that's May 9th at the Suburban Collection in Novi. So the momentum is just extraordinary.
Yeah.
The one thing that concerns me, though, Chris, is we have 10,000 manufacturers in the state of Michigan. We have 1,500 manufacturers. We're very proud of that. I talked to you about that right as we started. That leaves 8,500 manufacturers we have to reach. Yeah. We're not paying as much attention as I'd like. There's a lot of early adopters, a lot of people coming into Automation Alley. We need to do more. So I thank you for your efforts to get the word out there that they need to come see us.
Tom, we were going to go in to do a huge segment on what's up for 2023. Can you do that in 30 seconds?
Absolutely. Well, we lead off with integrate. That's going to be the most important thing. But that's really focused on Michigan and how we get our small manufacturers to understand this change that's happening, this digitization that's happening. At the same time, we're going to be working with the forum, and we're having meetings all over the United States. The next one in February is going to be in San Francisco. These are with the very largest manufacturers in the world, working with them to understand how do we drive adoption at the very biggest firms. And in that is going to be how do we marry Michigan's supply chain into those big firms. So you take the bookends of working with the very biggest and the very smallest. That's our 2023. And boy, knock on wood, if we can actually pull this off. So we're going to work very hard to marry the bigs with the smalls, because at the end of the day, if we can demonstrate how revenue is being driven from this U.S. Center for Manufacturing to smalls, which is very, very difficult to do, I think we found the secret sauce. So I'll tell you, if we find the elixir, I'll make sure to let you know, but that's what we're working on every day.
Listen, if anybody can do it, you can. Tom Kelly, the President and CEO of Automation Alley, thanks so much for making time, buddy, and keep up the good work.
Chris, thanks for everything. Thanks for all you do for us.
Well, we appreciate being partners. Chris Holman here, and you've been watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network, and we will be back with more of same in just a minute.